Good morning, everybody. Banger T here. Living life on the scooter, riding the lightning every day. Sometimes, this was what I was going to yesterday with my little comments about whether I'm hitting my goals or not. You just can't control things. Fortunately, I was not taking a DoorDash delivery at the time, so that didn't hinder anything. But you might notice a few things that are a little different. Scars across my face here, my nose. Got some, you can't really see it, but I got right in here. Boy, that road rash right there is really strong. Hand got busted up a little bit. This one got busted up a little bit more. That goes down to stupidity and not wearing the right safety equipment. You don't have the right gloves on. But this is why I did those videos on, are you riding safe? And are you doing what you really should be doing to protect yourself? I don't care what you ride. If you ride an electric scooter, if you ride a unicycle, if you ride a electric bike, a skateboard, a regular bicycle, good old-fashioned 10-speed. Heck, I don't remember what the cool brand was when I was young. Huffy, was that the one? BMX style bike, electric skateboards, whatever. Man, you have to wear a helmet. Folks, I'm telling you, this is not an option. This is not a request. This is something you have to do to keep yourself safe. Fortunately for me, I was wearing a helmet. I was just wearing the half shell helmet because the heat index yesterday was 105. And I think the full face helmet would have dehydrated me too much. It was just too much. The half shell helmet did its job. My head, my brain, all that. No bumps, no bruises, no bleeding, no nothing crazy. However, it doesn't cover your face. So when something happens, now granted, I don't know, maybe I almost look cooler like this. Maybe I just look like I'm just like a badass and just, or again, I could just look like I'm just stupid, which is a good possibility. But we're gonna go out again today. Our goal yesterday got turned into 110 because we didn't hit our previous day's goal of 100 that we thought was achievable. We still think that it was achievable, except for things that hindered. And then, of course, yesterday, this happens, which is a whole nother story. Basically, I'm riding down a main road. If you're here in Popper Level, if you're here in Louisville, Kentucky, Popper Level Road actually has lane bikes or bike lanes. I'm cruising my scooter down my bike lane. I come out on the street. There's no traffic. No traffic anywhere at this point. And then I kind of knew I was going to be getting over. So I turned my little turning signal on. I looked over and there was a white car coming up. So I held off and I stayed in my bike lane. Was cruising along. And this car pulls up next to me and just lays on his horn. Well, of course, that scared the shit out of me in the first place. Fortunately, one thing I am getting better is learning how to keep myself under control for just long enough to realize what you're doing. Because the biggest thing to do if you're getting in some type of accident, the worst thing that people do is they panic. And that puts you in panic mode, which is instant, dive off, And I thought to myself, what am I doing? Okay, what's my move here? Because this guy is doing something stupid. I couldn't figure out for the life of me what it was. So he's still just sitting there with his horn just going, and he wasn't stopping. The car wasn't slowing down. It wasn't speeding up. He was staying right next to me. There was plenty of room in front of him, and he still got his horn going. Maybe it's just one of those guys who hates scooters. I don't know. So finally, I'm like, you know what? Okay, screw it. I'm gonna take my chances. Slowed down as much as I could, as quickly as I could, and boom! I went off onto the sidewalk into the grass to the right side. If you figure you're going this direction, you're in the bike lane, you're going into the grass. For the most part, didn't totally make it into the grass. However, I also didn't get hurt real bad, besides a little bit of road rash that wasn't covered. That's why I don't ride even in July, even at 105 degrees. I'm still wearing jeans on the scooter also, because my legs didn't get scratched up or hurt. This arm, again, is fine. It's just this one little arm part here and right here, and that was only because I didn't have the full face helmet on. If I'd had the full face helmet on that covers my whole thing, like a motorcycle helmet or one of the BMX racers kind of helmet, I'd have been fine. I'd hit it. I mean, yeah, I got a little bit of pain. I mean, of course, there's going to be a little bit of pain behind this. Nothing extreme, though. But had this not happened, I do believe that I could have hit my goal. So this is one of those times, because I was going to try, me being as smart as I am, I was going to try to keep going. I was going to be like, because I picked the scooter up, I looked over the whole scooter, you know, to make sure nothing was bent-eyed and cockeyed and craziness. And in my in-motion climber that I always talk about riding speed mode, I put it in drive mode to go a little bit slower, just to make sure, again, that nothing was bent up and screwed around. And it handled it. It handled it fine, just like I said the Unagi did when the Unagi got in the wreck. The in-motion climber, I dove off. Now, granted, at this point, I was probably doing 20 miles an hour. Still dove off the street. The scooter's still laying in the street. Fortunately, another car didn't come along and hit that. It was in the bike lane still. So I don't think I had a whole lot of chances of getting hit by a car anywhere. I was gonna keep going. Then it hit me. Boy, it hit me hard and it put me out. I was asleep. And it is now 3:30 in the morning. We have energy. And I know it sounds stupid, but we actually have happiness, because we know our products that we're using right now, if it wasn't for the fact that I was only on the half shell, if I'd had the full face helmet on, are protecting us, and I would have been okay with no problems. So I'm taking this as a good thing, as a good day. I'm starting off positive. I'm starting off in a way that, but you know what, folks? I didn't hit my goal yesterday. My goal was $110. So that would be now another 10% added to the $110. So now I'm sitting at a goal of 121. I could be lazy and just round it down to 120, but let's have some real fun and try to shoot it up to 125. So our new goal today is 125, because we didn't hit our previous day's goal that we thought was realistic. We didn't hit our yesterday's goal because I don't think that this other goal of 110 was unrealistic, but I had some stuff come out of the way. But again, folks, doing DoorDash, it's a normal job. Still expected to do my job. So we're going to try to hit this 121 and make up for it a little bit. I am okay. I don't have any severe injuries. Getting scarred up and busted up a little bit. Yeah, it tickles. But I've always got my coffee. Get on here, man. Give me some comments. Tell me about some mistakes that either you made or that somebody else did that caused you to have an accident. Because I almost guarantee you, if you've ridden a scooter, I'm building up close to 3,000 miles, I guess, on a scooter now, and I'm still getting in a wreck. Well, leave me some comments, man. Put something on there and tell me about a wreck you got in. I know you've gotten in one. Everybody has. Scooters are not safe. They're really not. And if you don't protect yourself and if you don't wear the right safety gear, you're going to end up in a bad spot. They're very convenient. They are relatively inexpensive. They do what they're supposed to do. I love my scooter. I would never give my scooter up, I don't believe. But if you don't protect yourself, leave me some comments, man. I want to know. I want to hear some of your stories. I want to hear what caused this to happen to you. And if it wasn't because you were wearing a helmet, if it was because you were not wearing a helmet, I want that. That's what I want to hear. I want to say, you know what, I was right. I wasn't wearing a helmet, or you were right. I wasn't wearing a helmet, and it just was stupid. And now you wear a helmet because of that situation, folks. I'm Banger T. It is officially 3:30 in the morning. We got ourselves scheduled to start working at 4. It's gonna be a long day. It's gonna be a fun day. I can feel it when you wake up and you had a day like I did yesterday. You know you're gonna have a good day. You can feel it. Always ride the lightning, folks. I done lost my phrase. Banger T. Always ride the lightning. Always ride safe. That just made me look stupid. But I'm going to leave that on there anyway because I like to be real with y'all. So, that made me just look stupid. I'm hoping I'm not going to dripping blood again because I did get busted up here on my chin a little bit also. And last night I just got dripping blood down on my chin. So, that was interesting. Anyway, get back to me. I need some comments. I want to hear about your stories. Make me feel a little bit, well, not to sound morbid or hateful, but make me feel a little bit better knowing that I'm not the only one that's just out there. But anyway, let me know what's going on. Folks, I'm Banger T. I'm out.